be concerned about. We have reason to be concerned about a person walking back and forth in front of their windows multiple times a day.
I'm not looking in your windows. I'm picking up golf balls.
Well, you know, I figured that they're.
I've been doing this since about 2002
well,
when I started doing it.
I didn't assume.
So probably about as long as he's been alive.
Okay.
Close.
Well, I didn't assume that you had nefarious reasons for being out here.
But I'm not gonna. Some guy's not gonna be hostile towards me. I wasn't. You know, I don't want to argue. I don't want to. You know.
He's here visiting.
But there are other guys too that walk up and down through here and pick up golf balls. Not to mention. Yeah, I have a situation right across from the New Albany Country Club on Graybrook on the front.
We don't have a situation.
I'm at 323.
If you could
Young man's out here threatening me.
Oh, good Lord.
That's correct. No, 323 Graybrook. So this is it's the government, I don't know who he is. No, he came out and told me to get off his property, and I told him that I was leaving, but that, so I pick up golf balls down through here, and he told me to come back and we'll see what happens. And he was very hostile towards me. He's cussing me. He's doing all kinds of stuff.
He's protective of his... Sir, he's protective of his family.
Yeah, well, he's talking to me too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So as soon as I started calling the police, he went in the house. So I'd be sure he has a warrant or something. That would be my guess.
He's not even local.
No, I don't. I live, well, I'm not going to tell you my address because I'm standing here with these people right now, but I do not live here. I was just walking past and they came out and got very hostile towards me.
Protective.
Yeah, as soon as I started calling the police.
To the families out here, you look like a creep. You look like a pedo. You look like a fucking child molester walking back and forth out here.
Anywhere.
So
if someone doesn't come here, there will be a confrontation, I'm sure, if he keeps that. I know. No, I know.
You're the one being aggressive. Like, he's being protective. He went inside, so he's not even out here engaging anymore.
It's funny, I have a camp. 502. No. I was just tested a week or so ago.
If we could just have a conversation, I'm sure that this could be addressed without...
I will, but I can't, you can see I get very heated very quickly. He come out being very aggressive towards me. He got up in my face and he's waving his arm. Here's 3 units. They're pulling in down the town. They're pulling in down the town.
Good Lord. All right. Okay, so... All right.
You feel me? He can say whatever the fuck he want to say and make up a scene and say that y'all did more than y'all even did.
All right,
is what I'm trying to say. They lying, they doing all types of shit, they killing black people right now. I don't got time for that shit.
He's trying to turn cops on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
So, y'all stay inside. I'm gonna go deal with this. Like, white privilege power.
Right.
Like,
because it's too much of this. Is a racist ass state.
This is
not the time to have no police coming to no black house with all women and kids.
Okay, but like I said,
no nothing. You did. You just said hey. You said hey.
You
did. You just said you kept saying hey to him.
No, I did not.
So you didn't just say you kept saying hey to him. What you doing right here?
I did not start nothing with that man.
No, but then you just said you kept saying something to him when he didn't respond to you. Yes, you did. You just said. You just said he didn't respond, and you kept saying, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on?"
She was right there. She witnessed the whole fucking thing.
That's what you just said. I'm not talking about
listen. You already thought I was going to start some shit with that man anyway. I did not.
To that man.
Cops are about to pull up.
After the party is what I'm saying.
Me first.
Right. I'm not talking about that.
All right. That's about
you responded.
Good Lord. Okay. I mean, I hope you realize that in today's social, cultural. So, can I please finish a sentence before being interrupted?
He came out
Like,
getting very aggressive.
You've said that a few times, but you're not letting me get a word in edgewise at all.
I know what you're going to say.
You think you do. You think you do. But
I didn't come here to. I don't want to argue with you.
I'm not trying to argue either. I'm trying to have a conversation. Like, I'm trying to settle this thing in a way that doesn't involve people being more hurt than they need to be. And like in today's America, calling the cops on my friend's brother for that could get him killed.
It's not going to get him killed. So the only reason that cops kill people is when they don't do what they when a cop tells you to do something, if you comply, then that's the end of the story.
There's nothing I can say that's going to change your mind. So
yeah,
we'll forgo that conversation.
So it was either call the police or we were gonna get physical because
Well,
he was
you're approaching up on this. Like, this is like.
I came down here.
You were up here, though. I saw you up here.
No, I walk through here every day. I walk through here. I do it every day. I've been doing it since 2002.
Well, maybe you should not do that anymore right through here. Because this is not your property. And I can it's not my property,
Okay,
but
so
I'm a
it's
resident
kind of
here,
because I
and
think
I can file a
actually
complaint with the housing authority to get you banned from the property.
Okay.
So that's what's your name?
Well, you'll find out when the police come.
Okay. Sounds good.
If you want to look at the police report, my name will be on there.
Okay. Perfect.
So you can do. So they're not going to give you EPO against somebody like me because I'm not a threat to you or anyone. So
No, just children everywhere.
Finally, EPO, you have to go in front of a judge, and a judge has to approve it due to certain circumstances. You don't have those. Call the police or get physical with that young man, and I wasn't going to get physical.
I appreciate that you chose a nonviolent option.
They took us both
Yeah.
to jail.
Yeah.
So,
And so thank you for that. I mean,
I grew up in government housing.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a large respect for government housing. That's where I grew up.
I mean, my friend is just a mom, and she's worried about her kids. This is the mom over here. She's worried about her kids, and you have to understand how it looks as a mother. Generally, you know, if someone's in government housing, can I please don't interrupt. If somebody is in government housing, there's a good chance that they come from some kind of background of family trauma, which colors the way that people perceive other people. So you have to understand that from somebody else's perspective, regardless of whether it's the truth, it could look odd that there's a middle-aged man just kind of like going back and forth in front of their windows.
So you can, like I said, you can clearly see my pockets are both full of golf balls.
I couldn't see that.
The difference with that is, so like I said, what you're saying, it doesn't have a bit of consequence because I'm in the middle of the day here, and I do it daily, and I don't hide from you. I don't hide from them or she knows me. There's several people up the one on the other, she knows me. They see me all the time, so I mean, if I were a pedophile or something, it'd be pretty easy to find. Just wait till tomorrow, I'll be here. Well, does that make? I mean,
that's reasonable. That's a legit argument. You know. No, I get.
I never say a word to anybody. Matter of fact, I don't even because of something like that. So all of a sudden, this young man starts getting aggressive towards me. Whenever I walk through here.
please understand, he's worried.
I understand.
And he's young. And young men are impulsive.
Picking up golf balls.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, yeah.
And it's a shame that it didn't go to conversation first. I agree.
He said, I like you get the fuck off my property. And I said, well, this ain't gonna go.
Yeah.
You need to
Well,
learn how to talk to somebody.
I agree that it should have gone to, you know, conversation rather than aggression.
Is this
Like,
Greybrook or Country Club?
this is Greybrook.
I thought it was.
And, you know, young guys are impulsive.
I'm sorry.
I said young guys are impulsive. Young men are impulsive. It's not an excuse, but
Yeah, once again, so everything that I mean, I was a young guy too. So, you know, you have to learn how to behave,
Yeah.
how to talk to people, you know, those things.
yeah. Well, I think that there are just generally a lot of tensions and a lot of fear and all of this, and it's regrettable that, you know, we couldn't have had, you know, a conversation before it ever got to this, you know.
Hey,
I agree.
Well, if we'd have had a conversation that didn't involve a bunch of foul language, it was getting ready to get physical, so I called, so it didn't get physical. So I'm walking down through here, which, you know, I've been doing this for years, so picking up golf balls, and the young man comes out and tells me to get the fuck off his property. And so I understand it. She said they've had reason to believe, you know, whatever, you could talk. If that's the case, even. I mean, I've been doing this since 2002. So, you know, then we're over here. We're over in this area, and he gets up on me and he's waving his arms beside me, and I mean, I'm not gonna, you wouldn't need it. It did not, but I mean, it's just a lot of, you know, by his age, we'd win, you know, we'd win, and the EMTs would have been coming picking his ass up. That's what would have happened. But so then he told me, you know, he kept repeating, get off on his property, which, you know, I told him this is not his property. I told him I wasn't. I grew up in Germany. I wasn't leaving. But I said, you know, because I come here daily or, you know, every couple of days or whatever. I walk down through here. I walk down on that side as well. I usually run, but today I walked. I did a triathlon up north. I triathlon up north this morning. Good times. The run was a trail we had. That's another story. But he told me, because I said, you know, I'm coming back tomorrow or the next day or whatever. It's just, you know, so like I told her, I'm not a pedophile out here, but it'd be pretty easy to find me. Wait till about 5, 6 o'clock and I'll be walking down through here. Or running. He said, well, wait and see what happens. So, is that a threat, or I mean, should I bring? I've got a gun too. I mean, I can bring it. We can, you know, we can have it out.
Escalations don't do anybody any good.
Well, so when somebody says, wait till you come back, no, I don't. I can, without her, I don't want her to hear my. Well, I'm not. You might want to write it down so you can read it. So unless you need it, and that's what I told him. That's what I told him. I mean, I do. So do you need it? I do too.
Hi. Oh, hello.
Were you inside or were you outside? Or?
Both.
Okay.
My name's Christina Williams. I am a friend of Chris's, the resident who lives here, and I'm also a resident. I live over there. So the upshot is that the neighbors, because they see a, excuse me, they see a strange middle-aged man just kind of traipse in front of their windows at random times of day.
Yeah, I mean,
They're single mothers. They're worried about their kids. They don't know if he's a fucking pedophile. They don't know if he's, you know, they don't know if he's got like mental health issues. So Carissa tried to rein her brother in. Basically, he's visiting from Detroit. He's not even local.
I got you.
And yeah, he's a young guy.
Okay.
And
Can you
so,
get them for me? Someone's in trouble and like that. Just I gotta
okay.
talk to him and explain some things to him.
All right. Is it okay? Can I finish my narrative real quick?
Yeah,
like,
no, you're fine.
So the brother and the cousin come out here and they play catch initially. Like, he kind of skipped that part where they were just kind of putting themselves between him and the window. Because, you know, it's creepy when you feel like you live in a fishbowl. You know, people walking by all the time.
Yeah.
And
you do live in the
so,
city. That's one
right.
thing. And there's government housing. There's a lot of foot traffic, things of that nature. These windows are kind of hard to look into at times.
Well,
with the screening.
So she had noticed a dude walking back and forth here, and was concerned, like what's that dude doing there? I know the lady over here has had words with him before too. Like, she also, you know, like, get the fuck out of here, you know. And her kids also pick up golf balls from this immediate area.
Yeah.
I suggested to him that, like, he maybe not hit this patchy yard, you know. But anyway, so yeah, we're in there, and next thing I know, I hear the yelling, and it's like, oh, okay, what the hell's going on? And I'm sitting here being terrified that it's going to turn into one of those national moments. Like, we don't need another national conversation.
That's what we get paid for, to come and deal with stuff like that. Ultimately, if someone's making people feel uneasy, it's a little different if someone's trying to actively get in or they're coming into your home. But curtilage in the state of Indiana only protects you from, like, someone, like, attacking you inside your residence. When you come out and there's problems that occur in the front yard, you know,
that makes sense.
He could have an issue where, you know, say if he pushed him and he's like, younger, I'm older, I got a hurt back, he pulls out a gun and shoots him. Now this dude's dead, and he's probably going to get away, you know, with shooting someone.
And social currency being what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's these things of, you know, explaining stuff. In addition to, here in public housing, you have your front stoop, but like the sidewalk, things like that. It's kind of a little different than traditional housing, okay, with property lines.
I know he was, when I saw him out here, he was like right about here. He was like in the yard, but not like up on them. But I mean, I would certainly say that, he felt threatened, and he, I think, over responded a bit.
Yeah, like I said, I talked to him, you know, kind of one of those things, I'm going to talk to them, and then get out of here and go from there. I'm going to explain some stuff, the reference to housing, things like that.
I appreciate you talking to me. And, like, you know, I tried to...
You're friends with him, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Hello.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, doing well. Is it your cousin?
Yeah.
He's not in
brother.
trouble or anything like that.
Brother.
Can you just have him step out here? I'm just going to talk to everybody. That way I don't have to talk to 5 different people. And
I don't know what's going on.
it's not
It's over.
But I was just going to explain some stuff and kind of go from there, and then we're going to get
I
out
want
of
to
here.
speak to you.
Like I said, there was nothing physical or nothing like that.
Right.
No one's out here hooting or hollering, nothing like that. Okay. I guess she kind of filled me in on your story. I guess you're down here visiting from Michigan? Yeah. Correct? Okay. This is government housing. Ultimately, you have a responsibility, you know, for your guest or who you have here could violate your lease, okay? That's not happening today, nothing like that, so don't worry about that, okay? You know, ultimately, with this guy, I can get the concern of what your friend was sitting there telling me, that you have a gentleman kind of creeping outside your windows. But ultimately, have you ever heard of curtilage? So, like, if you were sitting inside and someone came and kicked in your door, and then they come in and try to attack you, and you defended yourself and hurt that other person severely or killed them, you would probably be in good, because you can articulate the fact that you were in fear for your safety and your life, correct? Right. You come out here addressing a situation, you know, it's one thing if you have a nephew that's, you know, or some kid and you catch somebody with their pants down, you see them like creeping out, and you peek out.
How you doing?
It's one of those things.
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Kind of changes the game. You have to be able to, you
Beaming me.
know,
Yeah.
you're picking up golf balls.
Keep social distance.
I was standing out here with my cousin Shemaya. The man walked down the street at first, all the way down
Yeah.
to where he was seen. Then he came back this way. He came up here. He walked all the way along this line right here. Looked inside the window. While me and my cousin are standing right here. So I asked him, "Hey, can you surround my cousin?" So I said, "Hey." When he started walking all the way up here to the window,
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, you know, what's going on?" And walked over to the trash can.
Sorry, I don't know.
I just moved down here.
Yeah.
I didn't know all you guys laws, so I didn't notice this.
Well, it's federal house. Like I said, no one's in trouble. I'm just talking to you, okay?
So
Like I get
Let
you,
him-
trust me.
let him
I
talk.
get your concern, especially with that. These windows are kind of hard to see in. He has an articulable fact of what he's doing. He's got a pocket full of golf balls. I've seen this guy down here. I run up this road all the time. This officer as well. I totally get your concern. I get, you know, luckily it didn't go to blows and one of those things and hands
Right.
on stuff
Thank
like
God.
that.
That's what I
Okay.
was doing.
I'm
Right.
not.
You know,
You
well,
know, stuff still escalates no matter.
trust me.
Escalate,
You know, with the situation, with
Good job.
you know, everything that's going on.
For real.
He did make some concerning remarks, I guess, that, you know, he comes up and down this road. There's other people that look for golf balls as well. I get the concern. If you have issues with people creeping, that's what we get paid to do, to come out here and check people out and see stuff. I know if you're already outside and you address it, you're not really in, I'm not going to point your fingers and say you're right or he's right, you're wrong,
Right.
he's wrong. I'm not doing that right now. That's not what I'm here to do. Often I'm just doing, you know, talking both sides, and that's we're squashing. You're happy to see him again, something like that. Just, you know, it is what it is. It's one thing if he's up here on your window like this, creeping, totally different thing. Somebody walks by, because I mean, I can barely see the curtains, so it's hard to see in these windows. And, you know, unless you don't have any curtains, it's at night, the lights are on. That's really the only time you can see in there, unless you got a flashlight. But I respect the fact that you're trying to protect.
It's my sister.
Exactly.
It's my baby.
Exactly. Trust me.
And
That's-
I didn't say anything wrong to the man. I just asked him what he was doing. He was
Brother,
walking
I trust me.
He walked
You're
too
not,
slow.
like you
I
said,
got
you're
you.
not taking sides or
No,
nothing.
I got you. I'm not
Let me
picking
talk.
sides. Like I said, I wasn't here. I can't.
I'm just
I'm not.
saying.
I'm not pointing back and forth.
You be
or
quiet
anything,
because you're
so-
standing in front of my house talking to this officer, so have some respect right now,
I
okay?
am. I
All
respect
right,
He's being
then.
very
I
respectful. He's
respect
fine.
you.
Okay.
I'm not doing
All
no
right,
wrong.
don't
I'm
do
talking
that.
to the policeman right
Okay.
He's fine.
Just finish
I really
what you
appreciate
talk.
you guys
Let
coming
him
out here.
go.
Actually,
Yeah,
like,
you're fine. So we're gonna
I-
get out of here. Like I said, do you all have any
I was
questions
trying to
for me?
like,
You don't have
I
any
was trying to
questions? Okay.
kind of de-escalate a little bit because he was so
No, I get it.
he
Trust
was
me.
so amped up
He was amped
before he
up
got
whenever I
here.
got
That's
here.
what I was just
Oh,
saying.
he had
when I
taken
came
it down
out
a
here.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
At
was
that
amped
point,
up.
like,
Well,
he
I got here, I
was-
didn't even know what was going on.
Myself and
Yeah.
Officer Grant, we weren't here. We didn't see anything. We weren't here. I can't, like I said, I can't definitively see what I, know what I've seen and know what I heard because I wasn't here.
Right.
So we're kind of piecing it back and forth.
And
Like you said, let's not
unfortunately,
make it bigger than what it is.
it's the nature of the
Let it
beast. We speak to both parties, and
At least
somewhere
now we
in the middle
know.
we get the truth. So,
Right.
At least now we know why he's out here doing
Yeah.
that.
But like I
It
said,
makes
if you have
sense.
any concerns, I mean, I get the fact that you're outside. That's what we get paid to do. To come out here and address that.
And,
Especially because you can do it discreetly. If he's probably gonna be creeping,
Well-
we might catch him doing something. So
we just heard about the other neighbor going off
Yeah.
on him about the same
I
thing.
mean, yeah,
And,
the other
and
I get the concerns. Trust me, I totally do.
so
Like,
I really,
I see both sides of it.
yeah.
If he was here and you all were talking back and forth where everyone can do it calm and you'd be like, okay, I see you, he'd be like, more likely, I see your point, it's valid. And then you would probably see the same, like, okay, I see your point as well. Just didn't know, that's why I was asking.
That's what I was trying to do when I was sitting out here with him.
All right, y'all have a better rest of your day.
You too.
I'll be here
Thank
till
you.
3 a.m., so.
Right on.
And then this motherfucker trying to go back and forth with them. They keep trying to tell a fucking story.
Well, they were asking the story. I mean, and dude did de-escalate considerably. Like, he was super amped up. Like, he was.
I didn't say you was being disrespectful to them. You being disrespectful to me.